This is what I'm kind of feeling for y'all also. I feel like there's some things that have transitioned, that have transformed, that maybe have ended in your life, right? And it's made you aware that this may look differently for you right now. And the thing about it is that's okay. Why? Because you're the magician.
And your cousin too, rolling down the strip on gold, coming up slamming Cadillac door. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
Hey, my fire signs, welcome to Creative Divinations, where I divine for the creative in you. I am Mecca. Welcome to your April 2025 Creative Divination. I am excited to do it because the other elemental groups, it's been looking real cute, okay? Before we get into this message, please keep in mind that these messages are general, okay? If you would like a message that is more catered to you, make sure you go down below in the description box and click the link to book with me. I'm also having a 30% off sale. Okay, so make sure you take advantage of that. Also, this is a month where I'm starting to do the extendeds. So just a little bit about the extendeds before we get into it. You guys are gonna get this, the regular on YouTube, the first half. Y'all get 30 minutes out of me. Okay? And if you enjoy this message, if there's something in this message that spoke to you, that stuck out to you, that you want to dig a little bit deeper into, you can go down below in the description. Okay, go downstairs in the description and you can click the link to purchase the extended. The extended is 30 more minutes of the divination. It is $5.99. It comes to you through a unlisted YouTube link that you always have access to. Okay, so if that is something that you're wanting to partake in, please feel free down below. Okay, let's get into these messages. All right, fire signs, your overlying energy is the sacred well, and it says deepening of gifts and wisdom. And I love at the bottom of the deck we have Odessa, which is matriarchal wisdom, nurture and protect, and lineage mothers. Your other overlying energy card is strategy and planning, and it says your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. We also have at the bottom of the deck, that's wild. We have the two life areas are money and investments and personal and spiritual growth. And we also have consider the options and follow your passions. Okay, because y'all know I'm a bottom of the deck girl. Y'all know I love a good bottom of the deck. I feel like fire signs, I've been talking a lot to the other elemental groups. So far, I've done the earth signs, the water signs, and now you guys. But in all of the elemental groups that I have done up until this point, there has been a, I don't even want to say a focus, but like a mention, okay, a need for you to take into account the fact that we have just gone through a very interesting eclipse season. Okay, we had the lunar eclipse in Virgo, we had the solar eclipse in Aries, we have Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all of those things to say. um this is very interesting times that we're living in. I feel like the want for a lot of us as creatives to go even more unconventional. You feel me? You feel me? It's thick in the air, right? Um, and side note, before we get into this, just to let you know, I'm not an astrologer, okay? I know how these transits are affecting me with my Gemini rising having self. But if you are someone who want to dig a little bit deeper, okay? Because all of these things that we use are tools: divination, astrology, numerology, all the things, they're tools. So to package that all together and have that at your disposal is a beautiful thing. So since I'm not an astrologer, I'm going to leave some reputable astrologers down below. I don't recommend people unless I have utilized them myself. So all of the astrologers that I'll be recommending, I personally recommend. One of which right off the top of the dome is my sister Bree over at Luminary Beauty. Chef's kiss. Like, I have never gotten such a caring natal reading from someone, and she makes sure that before you get up from the table with her that you understand. You feel me? So check her out. We also have so Shanice, I'm not sure if Shanice is here on YouTube. I know she's on TikTok, but I'll leave all her information down below. Got a natal reading for her about this eclipse, baby. Okay. And also, lastly but not leastly, we have Ra's Cosmic Wisdom. Ra is a Vedic and a sidereal astrologer. So if that's your judge or you're just getting into that, check them out, okay? But I said all that to say, I feel like there is this air of us as creatives wanting to be even more conventional. And I feel like one thing that these transits have been highlighting, at least for me, and from what I've been seeing some of my other clients as well as some of the other elemental groups that I was talking about earlier, is there is this what can I call it? It's like a mentorship with spirit almost. It's like a mentorship with your ancestors. For some of y'all, and I could have been shuffling this whole time, forgive me, but for some of y'all, again, like I feel like I've been saying this in all of the elemental groups, but what I'm about to say is for a this part, this little b part is for a select group of people. If it don't fit, don't make it fit. Okay. For some of y'all, one of the things that these transits have one of the things that these transits have may have been doing for you or may have brought to your attention is the deepening of your gifts, right? And especially I'm speaking to those who, what's the word I can use, for those who express their creates or their spiritual gifts through their creativity, right? You may have some matriarchs in your family, some lineage mothers, right, who have some things for you, right? So especially if, and this doesn't matter if they are still here on the earth plane or they have transitioned, okay? um Sit with your lineage mothers. I feel like for the people that I'm talking to, it's so wild. I was watching this video earlier, like right before I put the camera on, and it was talking about being chosen, right? And how the chosen ones often have a higher path. And I remember thinking as I was watching that video how many people, have this attitude like, people who call themselves chosen feel like they're better than everybody else. And baby, it's not that, because if you really knew the truth, okay, because the thing about it is all of us are chosen in some aspect. Me being chosen may look like different, may look differently than you being chosen, right? For instance, I am chosen to do specific things within my bloodline, right? Your chosen may look different. However, there are some of you that have been chosen to continue to nurture and protect your lineage, right? And the way that you do that, I am so glad you asked. It's by following your passions. It's by following the things that you want to do, the things that light you up, right? A lot of times people are quick to say things like, like I had someone tell me before, your passion career is not gonna make you money. go get the bag, then do your passion career. And for some people, that may work. For me, that doesn't work. I have to be passionate about anything that I do, whether it's career, whether it's hobby, it doesn't matter. I have to be passionate, right? And this is what I mean when I say that a lot of us as creatives are being called to do things in unconventional ways, and that's a lesson that I've been learning. Shout out to my brother Jay over at Soul Stirring Sounds. But you have options, and we're getting into the everybody part of the reading. Okay, you have options. Don't think that your following your passion has to look one specific way, right? So right now, the phase that you might be in, and I say you as the collective that I'm speaking to, is in the strategy and the planning, right? We are in Mercury retrograde. It is the perfect time for strategy. It's the perfect time to make sure all your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed. Come up with a plan so that when Mercury moves forward and goes direct, and we come out of the shadow period, you guys are ready to go. You've considered the options on how to follow your passions, right? For a lot of y'all, for most of us, this is going to look like the expansion of not only just the money sector of your life, but also the personal and spiritual growth section. It's something about following your passion. What's the word? Unashamed, right? Um, that just, it lights you up. It does something to you. You feel me? And when you feel good, you attract good, right? When you feel good, you attract what it is that you're focused on, right? Let's get into the cards that we have. The first card that we have out is Sorrow. I feel like that's a past energy, but I'm definitely going to be clarifying that. Okay, we have Going with the Flow. And I think just about every elemental group has gotten that card. We have Breakthrough. We have Letting Go. I love the artwork of this card. I don't know, it's just so like, it's the earth sign in me, okay? And we have Maturity, okay? Like I said, I feel like, and we are going to clarify, I feel like this Sorrow card is a past energy. Spirit, why is the Sorrow card here? Actually, do I want to use... Jesus, okay. My bad. No, we want to use the tarot. I mean, that's the tarot, but we gonna switch decks real quick. Spirit, why is the Sorrow card here? Please be clear. Why is the Sorrow card here? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I love what I do. Okay. So, to clarify Sorrow, we have the Death card with the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman and the Magician. I feel like and this is why I felt like this is a past energy. There is some sadness. It may be some residual sadness still that you are maneuvering through, right? Also, you've probably been a little quiet about it. But there is like this residual sadness, this residual sorrow around some things that came up, and I feel like this is some things that came up through or during these transits, right, through the eclipse and things of that nature, which was exactly what was supposed to happen, right? But I feel like there was some transition or some type of ending or awareness, okay, that something shifted for you and what your Ten of Cups looks like, right? I feel like you may have had this central idea of what your creativity looks like, or what your creative journey looks like, right? And I feel like during these, it's so crazy. I said this during the water sign video. Some of y'all might need to go watch that water sign reading. But I said in the water sign reading that as you grow, as you mature, you are going to change and everything about you is going to change. And if you're in the space where these trends is really shifted some shit for you, right? I'm going to keep giving this example. You cannot expect your environment externally to shift and change and you stay the same, right? And so in the water sign video, I was talking a lot about basically like an identity crisis that some people have been having in regard to how they've grown and how they kind of feel out of body, out of place. They don't really know, they don't really know who they are right now. That's fine. This is what I'm kind of feeling for y'all also. I feel like there's some things that have transitioned, that have transformed, that maybe have ended in your life, right? And it's made you aware that this may look differently for you right now. And the thing about it is that's okay. Why? Because you're the magician. Water signs got this card too. This is hilarious. You are the magician. You create your own reality. And I feel like we say that so much and it's been watered down so much. But again, lessons that I'm learning. And you literally create your own reality. And I've been telling all the elemental signs because this has come up in some way, shape, or form in every elemental group. This is the fun part. And you direct it. You direct it, okay? You already have everything that you need. Direct it. Where do you want these things to go? How do you want them to look? What does this new Ten of Pentacles look like to you? And there's no wrong answer. No wrong answer, right? So for a lot of you, I feel like what April is going to need from you, that you're going to need to embody, is this hangman. A shift in perspective. An awareness of wisdom, right? I like it. I like it. Going with the flow. Do I want to clarify that? Why not? Why not? Spirit, why is going with the flow here? Excuse me. Why is going with the flow here, Spirit? Let me also just say I have been loving doing these extended reads because I'm the type of person, as y'all can tell, I'm very long-winded, okay? Gemini rising T, okay? Capricorn Mercury T, very long-winded. But I always felt like pressured to not make these too long, and now that I'm doing the extendeds and I'm like, okay, y'all getting a good 30 minutes out of me, and that's the time, right? Knowing that I can go deeper into the extended, it feels so good. It feels so good because I feel like I'm giving y'all more. And it's been beautiful. All of the extendeds have been so beautiful. Spirit, why is going with the flow here? So just as a reminder, like I said at the beginning of the video, if that is something that you would like to take part in, the link is downstairs in the description, okay? They are $5.99. Spirit, any more messages for going with the flow? Why is going with the flow here, Spirit? Why is going with the flow here? Or is that all you got for it? Okay, I didn't need the whole deck. I'll take it all that. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. I love this card. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like I really love this energy, to be completely honest with you, because what this feels like is balance. It feels like you working hard to, this is gonna sound crazy. Walking me, talking me. It feels like you working hard to create balance, but not being fixed, right? Being more malleable to the process. And I love that because sometimes I feel like when it comes to change, and not that this is a bad card, but when it comes to change, we can get stuck in the nostalgia of things sometimes, right? And I feel like you have been working hard, especially as we have come out of these transits, to really figure out what this Ten of Cups looks like to you. Because for a lot of us, I feel like what we thought we wanted, what we thought following our passion looked like, it looks different now that we're different people. You're not who you were when you started this, right? And so it's so easy to get caught up in the nostalgia of not only what we thought it was going to be based on the past, but what the past versions of ourselves experienced. And those experiences leading us to form or decide what it is we want this Ten of Cups to look like. But I feel like, again, you've been working hard, but you've been going with the flow as well. And I love that. I love that. And to be completely honest with you, for a lot of y'all, that's what's going to lead to your breakthrough. I just feel like, and there's, other people that have been saying it, there's this, like, really auspicious energy about April. April has been very in the, because baby, as I'm filming this is April 2nd, okay? We're only 2 days in. But the energy of April just feels like, you feel me? Like, I don't know if it's because we are, on the other side of the eclipses. And don't, like, the energy is still there. It's just not as prominent, right? But we got through the heaviest part of the transits. Again, we still have Mercury retrograde, we still have Venus retrograde, but it feels so good. It feels good. That's the only way I could describe it. Spirit, what is it about breakthrough? Why is breakthrough here, Spirit? And I love how it seems like all these, well, I mean, that's the point, but in a beautiful way, I feel like all of these cards are connecting energetically. Spirit, what is breakthrough here for? Give me 2 more cards. Why is breakthrough here? Why is breakthrough here, Spirit? We have the Knights of Swords with the Eight of Wands. Fire signs. My God, on today. Fire signs. Y'all have been focused, okay? I love this because bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Wands and we also have the Nine of Cups. Y'all have been focused and I love it. And I feel like now that we're edging closer to the end of Mercury being retrograde, you in this real, like, it's time to get shaken, right? It's time to get moving, right? And I love it. And I feel like y'all are having so many ideas, and that is exactly why I'm going to say it again. I feel like that sorrow card was a past energy. I feel like you move past that now and you're like, okay, I've mourned it. Okay, I'm aware, that I'm a different person. I'm aware that because I'm a different person, things are going to look different. Things that I previously thought may have been solidified about how I want my process to go, about what following my passion looks like. I understand that that may be changing, but baby, I'm excited about it. Okay, I'm satisfied with it. Okay, I keep hearing my cups overfloweth. Okay, and if they haven't yet, they're going to start. Do you feel me? I feel like with this Ace of Wands here, I don't know for whatever why do I feel like I have something on my lip? It's really bothering me. Um, but this Ace of Wands here, for whatever reason, when I looked at this, it looked like a light bulb to me. Don't ask why. But some of y'all may be having a lot of ideas coming up and you're just ready to move forward with them. And I feel like the reason that you're ready to move forward with them is because you have let go of a lot and you have grown a lot. And letting go, I always tell people when you let go of things, you create space and you create room for the things that you really want, for the things that really make you happy. And that's what you are focused on. That is what you are working hard at right now. I don't know what else to say to y'all. Like, I'm surprised we got to the 30-minute mark. Let's get I love this for y'all. I love it. I like hands down this may be the best one. The best thing that and I'm interested to see what comes out with these. So I'm gonna say it before I pull. The best thing that I can tell you right now, fire signs, is keep going. There is no right or wrong answer to what following your passion looks like for you with career, creativity, with the money that comes from you and your unconventional ways of creating a stable foundation for yourself. The possibilities are endless, okay? So keep going. Whatever ideas that you're having right now, sit down and etch them out. You feel me? Of course, leave room for things to flow and to be malleable. But for the most part, fire signs, like, sit down and plan it out. What do you want it to look like? Tarot by Bronx, she's another spiritualist that I am mutuals with, made a video a couple of days ago saying April is the month to be delusional. And you know how I feel about scripting. I'm screaming. We have trust. And it says, trust is essential for moving forward. Are you doubting the path ahead? Have faith in the universe's plan and in yourself, and take your next step with confidence. Baby, take your next step with you. Do he look scared to you? Okay, he like, nah. Onward. Onward. Okay. Fire signs, this has been your creative divination for the month of April. Trust the process. Trust the process, fire signs, but most importantly, trust yourself. And I hope to see you over in the extended. We about to hop on over there again. Go on downstairs in the description, click that link and get yours. And I will see y'all over there. Be great, get bread, stay all the way live. And with everything being intentional, have the April that you conjure. Peace.